The 2024 Florida Python Challenge is underway. I went down for a night to check what it's about. I did sign up and do everything correctly, and I drove around through the Everglades, and here are my thoughts. I think that there are certain people that have been through training that are doing this for the correct reasons. So, say non-native Burmese pythons, they've established a breeding population throughout South Florida, and they're one of the most concerning invasive species in the area. They outcompete native wildlife for food, which includes mammals, birds, other reptiles. They've reduced the population of things like raccoons a lot. I think they've reduced the red fox to almost non-existent in certain areas. So I see there is some benefit in that regard. However, what I did find is the majority of people that are participating, I believe 790 plus people signed up for this Florida Python Challenge, which probably is a boost to the local economy in the area during this 10-day period in August, is that the majority of people are just driving around aimlessly trying to find these pythons at extremely fast speeds, which might be able to see a large snake, but they're not noticing these small animals that are on the road. And what happens then is they are running them over. I found dozens of roadkill snakes that clearly had been run over driving through the Everglades area, Francis S. Taylor Wildlife Management Area by Big Cypress. There were dead rat snakes, dead green water snakes, dead brown water snakes. There were lots of dead water moccasins. There were dead pygmy rattlesnakes. I found lots of dead scarlet snakes. They look very similar to a scarlet milk snake, scarlet king snake, excuse me. And the point of that is what they're doing, and lots of dead toads. I mean, I couldn't count. If I said hundreds, at least hundreds dead toads. And of course, dead crayfish and a couple dead turtles and things. They're not noticing those things because they're driving so fast. So maybe they're driving through. I mean, there's areas where it says speed limit or something like 55 miles an hour. They're driving 55. And they're just cruising down, and unfortunately, there's no way they can react and see those smaller animals on the road. Maybe they can slam on the brakes, and you'll see skid marks where they've slammed on the brakes, maybe because they've seen something larger that they're looking for on the road. And so I think that in concept, the Florida this annual python hunt is a good idea. It's the good idea ferry. Okay, well, we're going to do this 10-day period. We'll let people come in. They can pay money. I believe it was $25 to register, and you got to do some sort of training. But what it doesn't account for is all of the road mortalities that are happening, killing smaller species that are endemic to the area. So I think in concept, yes, good, but it could be change where you have, okay, maybe the speed limit is maximum of 25 miles an hour or something when you're coming in these areas at night, and have some sort of a bigger presence, or change the different areas or something that you're doing it in. If you're only going to allow people to participate in this, okay, for 10 days, if they're not I believe they're licensed python hunters, it has almost become like a monetization for not just for the state but also for federal. So it's not there's restricted areas on when you can participate in this. It's only a certain time for people that are not the python hunters, unless it's on private land. And it's harmful to the native wildlife that's out there. So overall, I think I'd give it like a A for effort for trying in the concept ferry, but overall, this is a disaster for native wildlife. The Florida Python Challenge. So I'm surprised that more people aren't aware of this. So there's a lot of animals that are being killed by people just cruising around at night, and you'll see. I mean, you'll go through some of these off-roads trails, and there will be 20 plus vehicles all bunched up in an area waiting to make a turn on a dirt road. There's no way that they can account for all the little small species of animals that are running out. I'm just naming the reptiles and amphibians. I'm sure there's other things that are out there being affected too. Of course, you'll see a lot of dead locusts and crayfish and stuff too. But yeah, I think that's just something that more people should be aware of that's out there. So thanks for watching.